Hello, my name is Vessa. Welcome to my channel. This is my year of less stuff, and today's video, if I do say so myself, is a fun one, kind of. So it was inspired by one product. I was doing my makeup today, and I was using my bronzer, and it is almost completely finished. And I thought, wow, I love watching a project pan. And this is a bit of an accidental project pan. So I went through my collection, found all the things, I have them sitting beside me, all the things that are almost done with or very close to being finished. And I thought, why not show everyone all the natural pans that I've created in my collection. I really enjoy watching these kind of videos, so hopefully you'll enjoy this too. I am thinking of turning this from an accidental project pan into an intentional one. Just because some of these things are so close to being finished, and it would be easy to kind of put them in a project pan and track their progress along the way. So without further ado, let's get started. Like I said, the inspiration for this video was the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer. I have bought this so many times and finished it so many times. So this is what it's looking like right now. We'll do the hand behind thing. I don't know if that actually does anything, but maybe it does. But yeah, it is almost to the point where I need to I would say it's definitely to the point where I need to repan it. A little bit difficult to use at this point, so I wanted to film this video before I repanned it. I love this bronzer. Like I said, I've finished it a whole bunch of times. I will repurchase it when I finish it. The only thing is it's a little bit difficult to find now. I went to Ulta to repurchase it actually, because I knew I was almost out of this one, and it's no longer at Ulta, which is a bummer. So I think now you can only get it at places like Meijer or CVS, things like this. But yeah, great product. Really recommend if you've never tried it. And it smells great. I mean, I know we're really not supposed to be using products with fragrance, but it is what it is. These next two products are in the same category. They're the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primers. I have just the original Poreless Putty and then the Luminous Putty Primer. I have actually, I'm not a huge primer person, but I think I've actually finished another one of these before. So this is the Poreless Putty one. I don't use, like I said, primer all the time, but when I do, I enjoy this one. A little bit pore filling, but not to the point where it feels gross, like the, which one is it? The Benefit Poreless Putty, Benefit Professional, that one. I don't like the feeling of that one. I don't like the silicone or whatever it is, that weird too smooth feeling. Not a fan. This one doesn't feel like that so much. It's kind of a mix of that and maybe a moisturizer, so it feels comfortable to wear, but it still does a little bit of pore filling. Almost completely out of this, and I do have a backup of it, which I maybe bought preemptively, but I would say this would be done in maybe a few uses. So that's almost done. And then it's Luminous counterpart, not as empty. This is my first one of these. If I were to choose between these two, honestly, I think I would just pick the original, because you could always put things like highlighter on. This does have a little bit of glitter. I will try and swatch it, but I don't think, let's see. I have it on my hand. I don't know. Can you see a little sheen? There is like gold glitter in it. They're not very noticeable, so when you put it all over your face, you will see a little bit of gold glimmer, but then by the time you finish doing the rest of your makeup, I don't think it's very noticeable. Not something that would keep me from repurchasing, but I think I just like the original better because it does have a little bit more of that pore filling quality. That's kind of why I'm using the product in the first place. Up next, another product that I've finished and repurchased multiple times. Not exactly in this flavor, but in this same formula. It's the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. This is in the apple lime scent, and it smells delicious. I really like it. But yeah, this bad boy, almost completely done. But even with just this tiny amount left, honestly, this will last me months. You need the tiniest amount. I use this in the morning and before bed. It's a lovely lip mask. It actually stays on your lips for a while, so it's not something that you put on and it comes off immediately after just a few minutes of talking or drinking. It's tenacious. It stays on. It is actually really moisturizing. The scent, if you don't like it, it's not the end of the world, because once you put it on, you can no longer smell it just after a few minutes, but they have a couple. I really like the gummy bear one. The sweet candy is really nice. Just the regular pink one is fine. But yeah, definitely love this bad boy. I usually just wait until it's on sale. So I'll get sometimes the sample of 5, the little mini packs from Sephora when they're on sale during the holidays, or if a big one is on sale, I'll grab that. But yeah, like I said, this is almost done, but even with this tiny, tiny amount, I think it'll still take me a few months to finish. So even though they're a little bit expensive, you definitely get your money's worth because a little goes a long way. Sticking in the skincare family, we have the cosrx Advanced Snail Mucin Moisturizer. This, let me make sure I would say I have like maybe 2 uses left. Maybe 3, depending on how generous I want to be with my moisturizer application. I really love this moisturizer. If you've never used it before, it is a little bit strange. So, I don't know if you can see that. It's like literally snail mucin. Has a stretchy quality to it. Whenever I show people that I've never used it, they're like, what the heck are you putting on your face? Trust me, it's a regular moisturizer. It feels really good. Very, very hydrating. Leaves your skin dewy. I have oily skin, but I still enjoy using that. And I like the way it makes my skin feel. Would definitely repurchase in the future if I ran out of moisturizer. But I work in dermatology and I get tons of moisturizer samples on a daily basis. So at this point, I won't repurchase, but not because it's not good. Just because I don't need to buy it. Okay, up next, 3 similar products. We have ColourPop Supershock highlighters, 3 different colors. And we'll go in order from my most favorite. This is the On the Cusp. This was a collaboration with Kathleen Lights quite a while ago. I actually don't even remember, many years ago, so probably one of the older products. But I've used this a lot. It's a beautiful color. In the summer, I love this when I have a little bit of a tan. Really beautiful. I'll give it a swatch. Might be difficult to see on the skin. There we go. Just a beautiful gold sheen. A little bit too dark for me right now, like I said, but in the summer, I think it's absolutely stunning. That was me dropping the other one. This next one is in the shade Spellbound. This one is a fun one. So it's like a purple glitter, cool toned highlighter. I don't know how I use so much of this. I'll be honest with you. I think in my youth I was a little bit more experimental with highlighters back when highlighter was really a thing. But this is also stunning. I would still use it, you know, for like maybe a little bit more fun of a night out or something like that, or as a glittery eyeshadow sometimes too. So there's that one. Oh, there we go. So that is the shade Spellbound. This one, I'll be honest, I don't think I could finish this year. Same with the other one. I mean, how much highlighter do you really need? Just a little bit on the tops of your cheeks. But I will definitely keep using it. The doesn't smell weird. The formula feels the same. Still really pretty. And then the third one is Monster. This one I think is one of the oldest ones. This one has dried out a little bit, but still works. But yeah, hit a pretty decent pan. I used to be in love with a colored highlighter. I have actually quite a few colored highlighters. The pinks and the purples in my collection. This is kind of a bigger swatch. This one's a more natural pink, so compared to Spellbound in the middle, this one you can see it's just a pink sheen. Really pretty. Formula still feels good. Doesn't have a smell, but it's like right on the cusp. Haha. That's funny. Get it? On the cusp. But no, right on the edge of potentially maybe being not the freshest thing in my collection. I think I'll give this like another year or two, and then it might be time to retire it from use. But as of right now, still really nice, pretty. Another thing that I probably wouldn't wear on a day-to-day basis anymore, but if I'm going out to a restaurant or going out with my friends, or just, you know, a weekend where all I have planned is to go to Kroger, I put it on. Okay, next. e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Active Lip and Cheek. This was actually a recommendation, I think, from Hannah Louise Poston, which is surprising because she's a big luxury makeup girly, but she really enjoyed this. So I was like, okay, let's give it a try. The shade is Gym Chic. I think there was only one shade though, and it's gonna look really gross because, you know, cream products tend to be disgusting, but I have hit pan on this one right here, the latest shade. I'm not sure if you can tell, but yep, I tend to use them all together, but I definitely use this lightest shade the most. And then this highlight is absolutely stunning. It doesn't look like much in the pan, but it is really, really pretty, really luminescent. I can give you a nice little swatch of each of the colors. So that's what they look like. I am running out of hand space. This is not a good swatch, but that's okay. So this is the one I've hit pan on right here. This middle one is a little bit more brown, and then this one is a little bit more brown, burnt, gourd. What? Like a burgundy brown. This one is a little bit more cool tone out of all of the ones, and I think that's why I've used it the most, because this middle brown is very, very warm. Not something I can use. I mean, I can, obviously. I have used it and I enjoy it, but typically warm tones pull very orange on me, and that's not my favorite look anymore. I've moved out of the 2016 everything was orange, and that's just the way we lived. But yeah, I'm gonna go wash these swatches off. Okay, back and clean ready for more swatching. All right, next. This one is a little bit embarrassing if you're a makeup lover and also in your 30s like me. You might remember the Fiona Styles brand. She was in Ulta. This is the Fiona Styles sheer sculpting palette. Oh gosh, she's not even a real brand anymore. She was discontinued a long, long time ago, but I bought this when she was in Ulta. This bad boy did not finish. This fell down and broke, but these two are real pans. This light one is a perfect contour shade for me. I really, really enjoy that one. The middle shade, a little bit too deep, but I'll sometimes mix these together or just use it like if I'm a little bit more tan in the summer. But yeah, really like this. Just perfect cool toned contour. Great for my skin. It's a shame that she went out of business because the formula is really good. Quality is great. Still going strong even after all these years. I would love to finish this, but this is nowhere close to being finished because how often do you need contour? If I do contour, I'm just contouring my nose just to make it look a little bit straighter, more skinny, and that's not something I do on an everyday basis. So eventually she will be finished, but I don't think anytime soon. Okay, next up, another classic, another throwback. I have the Tartelette in Bloom palette. This palette was so loved and so popular for a time, and I also loved it very much. And as you can see, if you can see, let's see, I'm trying not to blind you with the reflection of it, but I've hit pan on quite a few shades in this. Basically all these mid-tone light shades I've hit pan on. And then this one is actually one of my favorite shades in my collection right now. I use it almost every day for just like a really simple, cool tone, shimmery, kind of smoky eye, like just barely on the cusp of being, I keep saying on the cusp, that really is in my head, just barely being smoky. Sometimes I'll use these two darker shades for liner, or if I'm wearing like a slick back bun and I want to just make my hairline really even, I'll use it like to fill in, like, you know, when your hair's a little bit thinner around your temples. But yeah, still works great. I remember you said, oh, still smells like the chocolate or whatever the smell was supposed to be back in the day. Still smells good. No issues, no mold, nothing like that. So still a staple in my collection. I use this very frequently, a couple times a week. Next thing, this is even more of a throwback than the Tarte palette. Oh gosh. So you might not be able to recognize it in this form, but this right up here is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. Oh my gosh. And as you can see, I hit pan in every single color. I love this palette. When it came out, it was my holy grail. I think it was everyone's holy grail. Everyone was going crazy for it. I just couldn't get enough of it. And I used it, obviously, so much. I even think I had like a pan that palette project just going for myself where I tried to hit pan in every shade, which is why I got so much use out of it. But yes, I loved it. Some of these like more cool tone shades, especially this like light mauve purple. Oh man, I wonder if she has that in a single, because I would get that. I used to wear that every single day just as like a mauve smoky eye. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Amazing. I am kind of sad because I did use it today and it's just so chalky and powdery, and I think it's a little bit too old to keep using. So I think I am going to declutter it, which is so sad, but you know, I definitely got my worth out of it. I got my money's worth, as you can say. I used it all the time. I can't remember what year this came out. Oh gosh. 26, was it 2016? Even maybe before that, but she was loved and well used. Next I have the e.l.f. Stay All Night Micro Setting Mist. And I actually had less than this, but I ended up putting the rest of my Urban Decay primer setting potion, whatever it's called, in here. So it's a combination of the both, and I have about half a container left. I really like the spray on this, so that's why I put them both in here. So now it's my only setting spray, a weird amalgamation of the both, but honestly they're both so similar, so I don't think it's a big deal. I used it today, it was fine. Just something easy that I can use up that, you know, again, I don't use a setting spray every day, but when I do, I only have one, so this will definitely be used up in the next couple of months. And I would definitely repurchase the e.l.f. one because, like I said, very similar to the Urban Decay for maybe a third of the price, so definitely worth it. Okay, another e.l.f. product. There's a lot of e.l.f. products in here. e.l.f. is one of my favorite drugstore brands. Actually, probably I would say my favorite drugstore brand. It's just so affordable, but the products I think are so good. I know they are duping a lot of other products from high-end brands now, and there's like some controversy about that, but all these ones are staples in my collection, and this especially, I have used this. Let me tell you what it is before I start yapping about it. This is the e.l.f. Clear Brow and Lash Mascara. They have had, I don't know if it'll focus. I don't think it'll focus. It might have focused just then, but it's the same on both sides. The spoolies just look a little bit different. So this one is more rounded and supposedly the lash side, and then this one is more square and supposedly the eyebrow side. I'll be honest, I've been using this product only on my brows for the last 10 years. I go through multiple a year, so I've probably purchased like 20, 30 of these in the last 10 years. And I think it's the same exact product on both sides. I'll just use up the brow side and then I'll move to the lash side and use it on my brows. Just the same. I don't see a difference. But yeah, I love this. I have pretty thick, not like in size, but thick as in the hairs of my eyebrows are very thick. And they're unruly. They like to lay flat, or they don't, like if I've used other brows before, the eyebrow hairs will just fall down. They won't stay where I want them to. But this one is the only thing that actually keeps them where I put them. And I love it. It's so simple. It's like $2. I think it's still $2. I always get it on sale when e.l.f. is either having like the 20% off, and I'll just buy like 10 of them. Which I know you're not supposed to buy backup things, but I have been so loyal to this for so long that I don't mind buying backups of it because I know that I'll keep using it. And why change it when it's not broke? So yeah, that's all I used in my brows. Today I think I penciled them in a little bit, but most days I don't. I'll just put this in my brows and put them just slightly up, and easy peasy lemon squeezy. Love this thing. Okay, next. I am a lip liner girly. And these are all of the lip liners in my collection that are almost finished. And we'll go through all of them. I love lip liner. That, mascara, and a brow gel is kind of really all you need, in my opinion. And then if you're feeling really fancy, a little bit of blush, and you're good to go. So I go through a lot of lip liners. I wear it every day. So we'll start with the little itty bitty one. I have to open this to even see what the name is. This is the NYX Slide On Glide On Stay All Night. Stay on and definitely, and then the rest is gone. But I think you get the gist of it. In the shade Urban Cafe. This is all I have left. Itty bitty. I'm going to keep it until it doesn't sharpen anymore. Which, you know, maybe like 4 more sharpens out of this bad boy. But yeah, this can definitely be finished this year. It's a beautiful, deep chocolate brown color right there. It's really good staying power, very creamy, no complaints. It is, you know, you have to sharpen it, but I don't mind sharpening a pencil. So there's that bad boy. If you have a deeper skin tone than me, this would be a really great just nude, but if you're like me or lighter, it's a pretty strong statement lip. Next, two of the same, I think, but they're different colors. So these are the Revlon Colorstay Longwear Lip Liners. I have the shade Mauve and Nude. I love both. So this is Mauve, and this is all I have left. And I will swatch this here. And then in Nude, I think Nude was previously my favorite, but now I'm leaning a little bit more towards the Mauve. This is all I have left of the Nude. They're a very similar color. I would just say that the Nude is slightly more warm toned and the Mauve is obviously slightly more cool toned. The Nude is a little bit more deep as well, just in depth. So, how did I do it? Oh, okay. So, this one is Mauve and this one is Nude. These have great staying power. They were not kidding. Color stay all day. I remember I had swatched these on my hand with a bunch of other lip liners earlier. And then I went to wash my hands with soap. And they were staying on through washing my hands. I had to wash my hands a couple times for it to come off. And I was like, wow, that's really impressive. So definitely really, really great lasting power. If you want a lip liner that's going to last all day, I highly recommend these. And they're creamy. They're comfortable. But once they're dry, they don't budge. Really enjoy them. Another one that I would say I'm halfway done with, because these are quite tall pencils, is the, what is this? LA Girl Shockwave Lip Liner in the shade Coquette. That was a nice sound. I would say I'm a half to 2/3 done with this. Another sharpenable one. This one I could easily finish this year, no problem. Nice pink. This one, honestly, really similar to the Mauve of the Colorstay, but a little bit deeper. The only issue is the staying power is not as great, but you also have to take into account that the Revlon lip liner is like $10 and this one's like $2. So, you know, you sometimes get what you pay for, you sometimes don't. But still a really great lip liner. I have no issues with it. It's not like it doesn't have any lasting power. Just these Revlon ones are just crazy good staying power. Very impressive. Next is my Ulta Beauty Spice Lip Liner. I have finished maybe 3 of these before. It's one of my favorite lip liners. And this is how much I have left. I don't even know if you can see how much I have left because it's literally just a tiny nub. That's it. Nothing more. So yeah, just that tiny little nub. I could finish this in like 3 days if I wanted to. A week tops, which I probably will. And it can go into the pile of the other 20 that I finished. That's an exaggeration, but like the other few that I finished. It's this color right here. Absolutely love it. As you can see, I like this color a lot. Like a pinky nude, a little bit more cool, kind of like on my lips but better. I think that's actually what I'm wearing right now. I didn't flick you off, I'm sorry. But I think that's actually what I'm wearing on my lips right now. But yeah, beautiful, gorgeous, stunning color. I wish it was just a little bit more long lasting. That is the one downside to it, but it won't keep me from buying it because I love you. And then, last but not least, I have the e.l.f. Love Triangle Lip Filler Liner, silly name, in the color Soft Pink. That's what it looks like. Oh, I didn't even realize that's how little I had left. Okay, another one where I have but a nub, a tiny nub of lip liner. This one, a little bit more pink than my other lip liners, as the name suggests. It's right there. So when I want a little bit more rosy of a look or a pinker liner, I will grab this. I honestly don't think I would repurchase this. I'll be real with you though, just because it is a little bit more pink than I like, but no complaints about the formula. It's good. And I'm at like the 15th e.l.f. product that I have in this collection of almost empties. But yeah, really great. Those are all my eyeliners. Last up are all my regular lip products that I am almost done with. We'll start with the most exciting. I know you're supposed to leave those for last, but I'm impressed with myself. This is the Clinique lip gloss in the color Black Honey Pop. And as you can see, look at this bad boy. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but she is empty, almost. I've taken the stopper out and you can see through her. I think you can. On camera too. There's just a little bit on the bottom and on the sides, and I do plan to completely empty this out because it is one of my favorite lip products. We'll put it on right now. I love the Black Honey regular lipstick from Clinique, but I really love this lip gloss too. I would say the colors are not exactly the same. I think this one is a little bit more brown tone than the actual Clinique lipstick, but love this. I already have a backup that I'm using, but can finish the full one of these. The formula is a little bit sticky, but I don't mind that because it just helps it stay a little bit longer. I don't like a lip gloss that is so smooth and shiny and it feels great, but then in 5 minutes you have to reapply. So this one, a little bit more tenacious, a little bit thicker, and I definitely recommend. Love the color of this. Up next, we have a K-Beauty. These are one of the gloss tints that are so popular. I have a ton of these, and this is one of my favorites. It's the Peri Para Water Bear Lip Tint in the shade 6. And this one is almost done as well. I don't know if you'll be able to tell on camera, but it has a full window. Like the whole top is empty. A little bit hard to tell on camera again, but let's see if I go closer. I don't know. Hopefully you'll be able to tell. Yeah. So just a little bit on the bottom. I love this color as well. We'll do a swatch. All of these K-Beauty lip tints, I think the formulas are perfect. They're like nice, glossy, smooth. They form a film and then they're transfer proof. So this is a nice mauve. Really beautiful. Highly recommend. And I would definitely repurchase that, but like I said, I have a lot of them. So I'll probably get through a few more lip products before I finally actually repurchase. But great product. Love the color. Nice cool toned. A little bit more warm than the other things in my collection. This is kind of as warm as I'll go, but still neutral. Next, I have the Milani Fruit Fetish lip oil in the shade Lychee Nectar. I'll take the stop out so you can see. And this bad boy, again, hopefully you'll be able to tell just how empty she is. I have just a tiny bit right in the bottom. And I really love these Milani Fruit Fetish lip oils. They smell great. Delicious. They are like thicker than a normal lip oil, which I like again. So they last a little bit longer. They have a slightly sweet taste, which I mean, you shouldn't be eating your lip products, but it's nice. It's pleasant. It's not like one of those lip products that when you eat your mouth like tastes bad. That's a pet peeve of mine. Yeah, definitely like this. And we'll be able to finish this up, I think, realistically in a month. I have its counterpart in the shade, what is this one? Blackberry Agave. This one is a little bit more full. I would say I am halfway finished with this one. Again, it's a little bit hard to tell what you can see on camera, but I would say I'm like right here. So this one, still beautiful, still lovely, a little bit of a deeper color. Oh, let me swatch both of them so you can see. This is the Blackberry Agave right here. Look at that beautiful shine. Same with this. But yeah, Blackberry Agave. And this is the Lychee Nectar. A little bit more pink mauve, cool tone. This one's like a rusty berry. Really beautiful. And then last but not least, finally the last product of the whole video, I have, and I'm pretty proud of it, the original, as you can tell by the packaging, it's so beat up, but I have the original Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the shade Hot Chocolate, the original formula, original color. And look at this bad boy. Almost done. So a little bit hard to tell again because sometimes the product gets stuck at the very top. And this one I can't, well, actually, let's see. Yep, I just took the actual wand out. And you can probably see the window. So again, a little bit at the top that gets stuck, but really we're down here. I would say 2/3 of it's complete. I absolutely love this color. I love it way more than the original. just Fenty Glow. And I did finish an original Fenty Glow and I repurchased it, but once I got the hot chocolate, I barely used that one. I love this color. We'll definitely repurchase this one. It finishes. One of my favorite, just cool toned. It's right here in the center. I love the way it smells. I love the formula of these, really thick and like, you know, really yummy plush. Just a cool toned brown, not too deep. Has a little bit of sparkle in it. Love it. And yeah, those are all the products in my collection that are close to being finished, that I've just hit pan on naturally, or, you know, the equivalent of a pan, like in a lip product or anything like that, that I think I'm going to turn into a real project pan, and maybe I'll post videos every couple of months. You'll definitely see some of these in either this month's empties at the end of the month, or next month's empties at the end of the month, because some of those lip liners and primers, you know, they're on their last leg. But thank you for watching this video. Thank you for spending time with me. If you love any of these products, or you have your own project pans, accidental project pans, anything like that, let me know. I'd love to check it out. And yeah, have a great day.